play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half for Rodgers. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Hyde. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's get it. Set. 19. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, screen play, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, it's Fells. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. On first down, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration. Cleveland. Yeah. They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense was supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 5 now. Rodgers trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Allison complete. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for the Packers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Flipping left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards on the play, first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands, and, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house.
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 15-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Tighten up,
Back to throw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Watson going to give this one to Miller. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
In your face.
Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
First thing. 42. Line 42. First thing. Check safety.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now it's Watson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll run it with Johnson.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick-6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check 55, Mike. I got you. You're over, baby.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Cordero Patterson. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Bears.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Chicago.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. First carry now for David Montgomery. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now Trubisky to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mike Davis there to make the grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Next to score, Bears 7, Texans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Switch gears. Hey, 59! Shit. 59.
Watson now to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
We got it.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Back at the 39-yard line.
He's set. 19. Double tight. Hey, 4 down.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Hey, 31. Get him. You got it.
Watson throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He's going to field this at the 4. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice.
And now look at him go. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, and oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Watch out, watch out.
They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Jones. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
58, Mike. Walk on front. Screen. Watch the screen. 58 to Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 10, Trubisky under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards.
1st down, Bears.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get to the 23 here on third. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Hey, 24. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Oh, you got deep?
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Running for it. Here's Hyde. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They run again with Hyde on first. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
On second down, Hyde. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And back to the ground, Hyde. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Sponge. No. Check 25. Check 25.
Watson. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston, it's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Kill.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack on first down, Watson, and this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. On 3rd down, Watson being chased out left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Switch. Check 50. Check 50.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston. The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Badgley now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Check nickel.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Chargers take over.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. So they're going to traffic there, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. A first down throw here for Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sideline.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Phillip Rivers with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Wait! Go!
Throwing again. Rivers to Gordon, out left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Rivers.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
All day, defense. Wait. All day. Switch.
Now Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass for the Chargers. They're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Winston. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. 45, Mike, 45.
Throwing Rivers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Rivers to throw it. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. To the air again here, Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his third touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. To try again after the sack. Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Ready. You ready. No, check that. Look, Mike 52 right here. Time to go, night. Let's go.
On third down, Winston. He's got Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Here's Winston. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Well, at some point during this broadcast, we had to bring up the Antonio Brown saga, and that moment is right now. I got to get your thoughts. I got to get you on the record. What do you think of all this?
Well, when you go back to Oakland, and you know about my relationships with the head coach and the general manager there, but putting that aside, one, never would have made the deal for him. I just never saw him as a guy that was going to go from place to place and be the influence that you want in a locker room, and that proved to be true in Oakland. Now he gets a new start, kind of a fresh start, to put it mildly, in New England, and they seem to be all on board with that. But that has to be the one team that can take him, because they have a head coach there that if he doesn't do what the head coach wants, he actually will get rid of him. If he went to another team, they would try and continue to make it work, and that might grind down a team in a locker room, but that won't happen in New England. So if he's still there, that means it's working well. Otherwise, he'll be out of there fast.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. check 3. Even.
To the air again with Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, normally you and I would have gone through our season predictions before Week 1, but Hurricane Dorian prevented us from doing that last week. So let's go ahead and hear them, your division winners and then the Super Bowl.
Okay, let's start in the AFC. New England in the East.
Bold.
Tennessee in the South. Pittsburgh in the North. And Kansas City out west.
Okay, so I'm with you on 3 of the 4, but I'm going to go with a way too strong Week 1 reaction and give Baltimore the edge in the North.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
All right, let's go NFC.
All right.
I'm going Philadelphia in the East, New Orleans in the South, Minnesota in the North, and the Los Angeles Rams out west.
Okay, so I got 2 different ones. I'm going to go Dallas on the East, and then I'm going to go Green Bay in the North.
The reason I didn't go Dallas, there hasn't been a repeat winner in the East since 2003-2004, so I go with history on that one. Super Bowl predictions, I like Kansas City and New Orleans. 3rd time's the charm for the Saints to get to the Super Bowl.
Okay, I'm going to go New England over New Orleans in the Super Bowl.
So you got New England winning it?
Yet again, shocker.
I've got New Orleans beating Kansas City, so this is going to be fun to see how it turns out.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
45.
Throwing again. Rivers. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To throw, Rivers. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. He's coming. He's going back.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
54. Watch 54.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Hey, watch that.
Rivers. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Rivers. Green's got it over the middle. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Rivers now, and he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Next to score, Chargers 49, Buccaneers nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.